Welcome, Matt from Anchor Brewing Co. Coming back at you with another project. Today's project is going to be California Common. Here it is. As is usual for right now this time of year, the huge temperature swing between outside and inside is like a lot. So pretty clean and crisp looking. Can't quite see all the way through it due to the color. I'll be sure to get some better pictures of this beer without all the condensation on the glass. So, a couple things to note real quick. See my shirt, Fermentors, new channel that we're launching, so be sure to check that out. All the links and everything that I talk about, including the recipe, will be in the description for today's video. So, California Common. I keep wanting to say Kentucky Common because I've been brewing that for years, and I've been kind of hesitant on this just because I felt like, looking back, there was a lot of similarities between the two without really diving off and doing a lot of research. Just outside looking in, it looked like there was a ton of similarities between the two, and I said, well, I brew a fairly decent Kentucky Common, why even bother with another beer? I've been drinking this one for a little while now, and I gotta say that honestly, I'm kind of sad that I just now brewed one. And the motivation behind brewing this one was a couple fold. First off, being a member of Master Homebrew Program, to kind of rank up and get some different score sheets in other places, I wanted to brew a little bit of some things outside of what I normally brew to advance, right? Also, there was a couple competitions that were coming up where this was eligible. I'd never brewed one before. Seemed pretty interesting once I started looking at it, and man, I cannot be happier with this brew as it is right now. So it's like 9 billion degrees outside right now. I'm hot, it's sweating. I probably should have filmed inside today, but it is what it is. We got a lot of cicadas, some loud trucks and things like that that are in pretty much every one of these videos. But let's dive into this thing. So get a little bit of some malt sweetness right off the top of the aroma, some of the earthiness, woodiness on the aroma as well. As far as the mouthfeel goes, we got a really good medium, kind of almost heading towards medium to heavy mouthfeel. And that taste, that right there, this is a good beer. I've been cycling back and forth between the Kentucky Common and this one here recently on these hot days. The Kentucky Common's kind of more like that darker cream ale, whereas this one is kind of more like a roastier cream ale, if that makes any sense. Has a very nice like malt backbone that finishes a little bit on the roastier side. I'm picking up a little bit on the like very minute fruit esters with it. It kind of transitions from like roast to earthiness to just a touch of fruit. I'm not picking up on any yeast character. Again, this is the first time that I've ever brewed one, so I'm kind of inexperienced with them. I've never really even had anybody else's before. I know this is kind of one of those like older traditional like historical type beers that's not in the historical category. I think Anchor Brewing and like one other place, I think they make a California Common. They're steam beers, kind of heavily carbonated. I believe a lot like the Kentucky Common, where they were racked off, not quite done fermenting, that kind of helped build up some carbonation during shipping, and kind of drunk fairly young. This one's, I don't know, probably about a month or so old now, probably more than that, that it's been in the keg, but it still tastes wonderful. So I've got the BJCP guidelines brought up here. Toasty, caramely, fairly bitter, standard strength with an interesting fruitness, rustic, woody hop character, smooth and well carbonated. I think we nailed a lot of those overviews there. As far as the fruitiness and the rustic, I think that those were kind of minor there. Let's see here, the aroma, moderate to high herbal, floral, minty hops. Light fruitiness acceptable, low to moderate caramel or toasty malt supports the hops. I think we're really good on this. So how did we get here? What did we do? So recipes are kind of like all over the place from what I found. So I kind of dug down into about the, I don't know, top 10, 15 recipes that kind of kept coming up. I found a lot of the similarities, and then all those outliers, I just removed those. And this is what I came up with. So for the, we started off with RO water like we normally do. I did not take note of my water profile that I shot for, but I'll put that in the description and here in the cards. So Pale Malt, 2-row, 77.3%, Victory Malt, 9.7%, and then for Crystal 40 and Chocolate Rye, let's see, I'm sorry, Pale Malt is 2-row at 77.3, Victory is 9.7, and then I was gifted some Barke malt, break malt at 4.8%, Crystal 40 at 4.8%, and then Chocolate Rye at 3.4%. Northern Brewer, we did 30.2 IBUs at 60 minutes, Whilfloc Tablet at 15, another dose of Northern Brewer, 9.7 IBUs worth at the 15-minute mark. Then we did Yeast Nutrient at the 10-minute mark, another dose of Northern Brewer for 0.5 IBUs, basically for a steep whirlpool addition there, and that was done at 194.4 Fahrenheit, 195 for that. And then we used cable car for the fermentation of the yeast there. Originally I had selected Yeast 2112, but they were out of stock for that, and so they substituted cable car for that. So let's let this train pass, and we'll dive into this beer just a little bit more. Now that the train's out of the way and all we gotta contend with is their cicadas and the heat. So this California Common here, as you can see, the condensation's kind of done off the glass now. We've got a good amount of bubbles still coming up. That head's kind of dissipated to a decent little ring. Got some Belgian lacing on it, not a whole lot. But so because I can't not make a beer and not enter it anymore, it seems like, I've been competing with this one. It's in a couple competitions I haven't gotten any score sheets back yet on this one, but I thought a funny name for this one would be called Tap Rush, kind of an inspiration to the Gold Rush of, you know, the Gold Rush era there out to California, Oregon Trail, all that. I thought it was kind of a nice little tribute there. Now, with this thing, I mean, I love it. I wouldn't say that I like it more than my my Kentucky Common, but I guess I keep coming back and finding myself at this tap probably just as much as I'm hitting the tap on the Kentucky Common. Now this one's kind of untested with family, friends, and all that too. I gotta say, I really have been digging this one, and I'm extremely pleased with how it came out. I want to see some score sheets and stuff to kind of see how close to the style guidelines that I hit. I think I'm pretty close with it. I'm not really picking up too much on the hop bitterness here. I think that roast and the hops, as far as the bitterness goes, they've kind of balanced each other pretty decently. I feel like I pick up a little bit more on the roast side of things than I do any bitterness. The hops there, I mean, I feel like we've got some good hop character with all that kind of like woody earthiness there. So I think we see a squirrel or a hawk. It's not a helicopter though, because we would hear that. But man, I'm just really digging it. And this is a super clear beer. I think the SRMs on our color there, I think we've come in pretty good. I'm really digging this. I really wish this is a beer I wish I could kind of share with all y'all and see what you guys think of it. But yeah, this is it, man. This is it. But thank you guys so much for coming along, checking out this video, me, my silly shenanigans, and everything that I do. If you're interested, please be sure to check out the new channel. We have a podcast for this channel too now, and I cannot thank each and every one of you enough that have supported everything that I do. Cheers to each and every one of you. See you next time.